Okay, according to the computer, we are streaming out live through the Reinventing the Tattoo Network. We're here with Dr. Jinxi Caddel. This is a special TattooNOW show. It's a panel that will be based on Hell City. We're all headed to Hell City this weekend. And so we'll be chatting about what we're doing there. Before we get into the show, and while this is actually streaming throughout the networks, I'm going to let you know a little bit about the Reinventing Network. And then, we could start chatting about Hell City and Jinxi and about some mental health. She's also been a publisher in the tattoo world for a long time. Her books are fucking awesome. So we'll start there real quick, but then we'll shift gears over because, it's another interest of hers. And there's a seminar coming up at Hell City that you can beam into from wherever or catch the replay. And we'll chat about that. But first, you are watching the Reinventing the Tattoo Network. It's Wednesday, May 18th at 12:30. Normally we do the show at 1 o'clock. This is the TattooNOW show, but we had Jinxi came on a little bit early, so we're excited to catch up with her. Now, the Reinventing the Tattoo Network is Guy Aitchison's efforts to help tattooers engage in these live streams, to watch the replays, to inspire each other, and then ultimately create better art and tattoos together. We're beaming out pretty much every day, 5-6 days a week. And with everybody's help and energy, have really built a tattoo network of kind of like cool reality TV shows, right? These are all real artists and collectors and professionals who truly love tattooing. And again, are attracted to reinventing and what Guy's had going on because, it's pretty amazing. So, okay, not sure exactly where you're beaming in from, but let me give you the rundown of where you could find us. Search for Reinventing the Tattoo in either the app stores, the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Download the apps. They have all the stuffs. Reinventing the Tattoo on YouTube. You might be watching live on the YouTube channels, as well as all the replays. You can catch us on the Roku channel. There's a Reinventing the Tattoo Roku channel. So I think we have 15 channels going at any given time. And Drunk Critique is actually one of those channels, against my better judgment. And depending on how many more sponsors hop on, we're shooting to get a couple more smart TVs in. This would be a time where I would screen share reinventingthetattoo.com, but I'm going to try to do this quick. If you head to reinventingthetattoo.com, it has the latest streaming schedule. You can join the Google Calendar that's right there on the homepage so that you get notifications for the upcoming live streams and events. And actually, if you click there, there's a link for Reinventing 24/7, or you scroll on down, and it actually has the 14 channels going, 15 channels going at any given time. There's like a tattoo convention channel. There is all sorts, like I said, there's 15 channels. Each of our shows has their own channel. They play 24/7. It's crazy. Now, you also will notice on the website there in the upper left, there's a free resources. So if you're a tattooer or an apprentice, check it out. There is spots for, there's a couple of free courses. We don't teach anybody to tattoo for free, of course, but there's like a history of electric tattooing course that's pretty amazing, as well as courses from 20 different tattooers. And soon, a course from Dr. Jinxi. Okay, so let me let you know a little bit about our upcoming real world events. This weekend, May 20th to the 22nd, is Hell City, hellcity.com. If you go there and check out the seminar schedule, you'll see the schedule of different seminars. Pretty awesome. Nick Baxter is going to be beaming in, among other people. Thea and Jesse are there, Matt Clemmer. Patrick is doing a piercing one. Now I'm afraid I'm going to miss somebody. Then we have a whole reinventing room, and Jinxi will be doing one. We have a whole reinventing room with history interviews. Guy Aitchison is going to be beaming in on Friday night. And Adrian Dominic is going to be beaming in from Australia and inviting everybody to join him in the virtual world. He's been building an augmented reality, an AR/VR world where there's tattoo flash, large scale tattoo flash, and NFTs. I believe everybody that shows up will be able to get an NFT. So that's, there's a whole mess of stuff happening in the reinventing room too. So check it out, hellcity.com, June 10th to the 12th. This is all 2022. Ink Mania, do a search for Ink Mania. It's in St. Pete, Florida, right around the Dolly Museum. So we're going to be doing a Dolly Museum tour on Monday. There's also one of the tattoo contests is Dolly themed. So if you have Dolly tattoos and you're in Florida, bring them out to that convention. It's Ink Mania. July 29th to the 31st is the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational in Akron, Ohio, hosted by Tony Urbanek, who is just doing the Machines, Magnetism, and Mayhem Tattoo Machine podcast. It was pretty awesome. Those guys are great. Okay. I'm going to get this done in 2 minutes. These are our sponsors. I have to, though, because these sponsors help make this accessible to everybody for free. Raw Pigments, it's rawpigments.co. They are acrylic free. They don't dry out in the cup, presumably because they're acrylic free, but I don't know exactly why they don't dry out, but they don't. And it's awesome. The people that are getting the samples and are trying them out they're sticking. So it's pretty fun. It's not like we're just advertising for anybody there. They've been with us for a while now. And so rawpigments.co. Worldtattooevents.com is the largest, most comprehensive resource for tattoo events that exists. I know I tried to copy it because it was all the information. I run TattooNOW. And after 2 days, I was like, there's no way anybody could possibly keep up with Alex. This was over 10 years ago. And since then, it's amazing. He's got awesome. All of the event details that you could possibly want. And because of that, he gets the traffic. So if you're interested in tattoo conventions at all, check it out, World Tattoo Events. He has been keeping it really up to date recently because it's crazy. TattooNOW, I do tattoo computer stuff for tattoo related businesses, large and small, artists, studios, supply companies, services, etc., like a part-time CTO, unless you want to hire me full-time. My wife would love that. Okay, and then GuyAitchison.com, first, not least, but first, Guy Aitchison founded Reinventing. He's the reason why instead of just working for him, I'm helping facilitate all this stuff. It's the only reason why I'm here. And he really does believe in making people, or helping people connect and share with each other. And anyways, GuyAitchison.com, he's got his Biomech Encyclopedia. He's an amazing author. He's got Giger puts some pictures and stuff in there. It's out of control. What else? He's got tattoo machines, paintings, prints, all that stuff. Okay, I am now going to, actually, I'm not hopping in the background because this is the TattooNOW show. Jinxi, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Gabe.
Of course. I think it must be through Mike DeVries, it's probably been 20 years ago when you first started getting tattooed by him.
Yep, it was. Yes. Can you believe that? Thinking of the years, it has been over 20 years. And
well, you have great light in your arms right there. Can you show off some tattoos real quick?
Thank you. You know what? All my mic stuff is on my legs, but all this stuff is super old.
Okay. Well,
30
anyways.
years old. But I did my cool octopus though.
Okay, let me spotlight real quick.
Yeah. That awesome. Was one of that was the first piece Mike ever did for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
And
now,
then
I remember,
my legs.
And then it was like all of those original ones he put up on the websites way back. And your family's tattooed. Was your husband tattooed too?
He is. Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
We've been a part of this wonderful community for a long time, so we're pretty grateful. And I can't believe how long ago it was. And I worked with Mike at Memento Publishing for many years before Steve and I started Out of Step Books. So Mike and I did Let's Be Realistic and Tattoo Prodigies and Animal Ink and a bunch of books. Yeah, long time
and they were great. There was a ton of those books, you see them at the tattoo shops, and
that's so rad.
The artists, it was always they were excited. Obviously, every artist that got into the books, oh my God, I can't believe I got into the books, and it was great. Whatever you did I know what you did to curate it, but every single tattoo was fucking slamming.
Thank you. And it was so rad. And getting to work with Mike, and I kind of learned the ropes of the publishing world. And then in 2010 is when Steve and I started Out of Step Books.
Okay, let me fire that up here.
Yeah, we've done 27 books over the years, and we just are about to send our 28th book off to the printer. So it will be Black and White Volume 6. So it's been pretty awesome ride. We love it. It's such a labor of love, and we get to work with all these amazing artists who are a part of our books and become a part of this whole circle of inspiration that everybody shares with each other. So
obviously, not obviously, but thankfully, you know, the
Oh,
crew of people are all very talented, right? But
I know.
often what will come along with that is, you know, what's motivating them, you know, and to your
Yeah,
point, like just having the ability to, or the opportunity to have the conversations is
totally.
just unbelievable, you know. And
I know it's always amazing to me because, you know, you put out a call for art and whatever the theme of that book is. And then as the work starts coming in and people, we share it, it's like this circle, you know, it's like contagious, the inspiration that people derive from one another. And
yeah.
it's been so rad, and we still love it, and I know books are, you know, becoming kind of a lost art in a way, but I feel like the tattoo community still really appreciates like holding a good book. And
Oh, 1,000%. I
yeah,
mean, the digital, there is just more information, right? Like just
yeah, for
factually,
sure.
there's, you know, 300 DPI, you know, 150, after
Yeah,
150
and
DPI, I mean, not, you know, you have to have a good eye to be able to
right,
see the difference between 150 and 300. But
right.
like this stuff, when you're printed out, like it's just chemical, like it's real
I
life. And those
know,
little
and
computer
having it,
screens.
you know, in the shop sometimes can help clients to find inspiration for something that kind of triggers something cool for them. And this book right here was a collaboration I did with Tony Ciavaro, and I wrote the story and he illustrated these
Oh,
incredible little people.
unbelievable.
So it's a
Oh,
children's
yeah.
book, and it's about PMA, like learning how to find the positive part of your
Awesome.
day. So it was pretty special. And Tony's son was just a little one at the time when he illustrated it. So he kind of used him as a gauge to, are we on the right track, you know?
Oh,
So
amazing.
I
Tony's so
know.
great. I haven't talked to him in forever. Maybe I might see him out in Hell
Oh, I
City
love
actually, but
Tony so much. And this is
what do you
the
have? This is giving
the
back.
arts
This looks great.
education. We've always given part of our proceeds to arts education through Donors Choose. It's this amazing, if you aren't familiar with it, go check it out, because it pairs teachers with donors, and so they can put supplies that they need. They can create like a campaign, and then there's all different types of subjects on there. So there's science and math, but we always focus on art classes, of course, because we
Awesome.
got to bring it back to our artists. And it's so cool because you can go on there and find a class that needs stuff, and then we donate to them. So part of all of our books, that's why we are so grateful to all the artists who are part of our books, because they help to make that possible. And it's pretty rad. And then the
Oh yeah, no,
teachers
it's amazing.
give these nice little notes. A lot of times the kids will send us a little packet in the mail with
Some of
art
the
that they
art.
created. It's so amazing. So yeah.
And you know, some of them, the right ones, will be like, "Wow, tattoo," or you know, they see the
I
tattoo
know
affiliation, and
it.
then you know, it becomes
Yes.
motivating
And
for them to.
first, that was our thought behind it, because, you know, every tattoo artist starts out as that little kid in school who, you know, they find that passion there. And sometimes, as you know, the arts are defunded first, you know, so
Yes.
and sometimes teachers really have a hard time keeping those supplies in check. So it's been so rad, and we are so grateful to every person who buys our books and contributes to them, because it all keeps this whole little cycle going, you know?
100%. You know, and it looks like you have a lot of great initiatives here. It looks like there's a
Oh,
art school scholarship.
thank you. Yes, we've done some scholarships for artists who are trying to go to art school, and it's been amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's. I mean, obviously, I imagine that the interest in that. I mean, I don't know if that's through your other profession, right? But I have the other site here.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, therapy, right? So now, is this where you? Have you
Yeah,
always? This has always been what you're doing? Was this a change?
you know, I've been a part of the tattoo art publishing world for so long, but oh man, about 8 years ago, I kind of decided that there was something a little bit left undone in my life, and I went back to grad school. And I first got my master's degree in sports psychology, and then I kept going and got my doctorate degree in clinical psychology. So that's how I got the doctor thing. And
that's awesome.
So I've worked in lots of different places now in the mental health field. I've worked in clinics with people suffering from SPMIs, which are severe and persistent mental illnesses. So really rough stuff, you know. I've worked with athletes in sports psychology. I also have a CEDC license, so I'm a certified alcohol and drug counselor. So I've worked with people in recovery. And then as a therapist, school-based mental health therapist in both a high school and a middle school. And now I have my own private practice. I've shifted to the private practice world, and I currently have a full caseload. So I have a waiting list. It's crazy how much need there is right now for those services. But yeah,
it must have gotten crazy over COVID too. I mean,
man,
for better or worse, I'm like, wait, everyone has to like work out of their house and not see people. I could actually do that myself, but the wreckage it's taken on people, holy Moses.
So much need, and it brought up a lot of things for a lot of people, you know. So I feel really lucky to get to work with people every day and just help them with some of their challenges. That was my dissertation, my doctoral dissertation that you saw. It's amazing. It's like 280 pages, so you probably don't want to have to deal with that.
You know, I mean, but obviously the subject matter, you know, the social media, you know, the ways that the computer scientists, you know, program the things. It's like, it's not even like it's hidden. It's like, this is the way that they're programmed. It feels like, well, can you tell us a little bit about that, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, or if there's any crossover in the tattoo world.
Yeah. Oh, tremendously, right? Because this is something that has actually come to light too, like in the last 6 months. There were some people who used to work at Facebook who have brought out some information about how that is strategically targeted. So there's been a little more interest and awareness lately. But I did my doctoral dissertation in 2018, and it focused on the effects of social media on body image constructs. I focused on females in my study, but of course it can affect anybody. And what I looked at with the study was I showed imagery to the women who participated with strategic hashtags. And then after that, I had some like intentionally crafted questions so that we could understand how it was affecting their body image satisfaction or dissatisfaction, some of the internal body image constructs that we have, you know, what is people feel like is expected of them. And it was a little unnerving, honestly, what we found, because you know, when we post on social media, we all tend to post our happy, good, positive things. Of course, you know, that's rad. That's what we do. And we want to share those amazing moments with our friends and our followers. But something happens when you become the viewer of the imagery, where you sometimes forget that you're comparing this mundane, boring moment on your couch in your pajamas with everybody else's like highlight moments, you know. And it can really have an impact on you. Social comparison, that comparison. And even when you're conscious of it, you know, I did that study for a year of my life, and I still notice it. I fall victim to it pretty much every day.
So it's the way it's designed, right? I hate to cut you short, obviously, but I know that you have like 2 minutes, 3 minutes left.
Oh, thank you for noticing the time.
Of course. Do you want to, maybe blast out a little bit of what people could expect in your full length, right? So we have a 2 hours, I think, set aside on Saturday, and it'll be available to anybody who wants to beam in or is in person at Hell City.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we actually, part of it, we will be talking about social comparison and just some little tricks that you can keep in mind, when you're on social media. But 12 to 2 Eastern time or 9 to 11 Pacific time. We're going to talk about so many things: anxiety, creative anxiety, depression, social comparison, help you find some tools to combat creative burnout and block, mindfulness, self-care, self-confidence, all kinds of things that I basically see and work with my clients on a daily basis with. I kind of have put together in this little toolkit that I've crafted for artists. So hopefully it helps. And I feel like a lot of times just having that camaraderie and, feeling that we're not in it alone can be so, so powerful.
I think especially these days, anything that we can do to like understand what's going on here, especially in our relationships with other people, is necessary.
Totally.
I was very excited to see that you were on the list for the Hell City, and then I was like, it had been on and off, and it was like, well, hopefully she'll still do it.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful, and I love. And it's free, so I did a pay what you can, but I honestly don't expect anything, or please don't let that be a hindrance. I just come, join in streaming if you can, or if you're in Hell City, it would be so rad to have you there.
And really, it's so easy for people to be like, I don't need that, or why would that? But it's like, well, you have tools for everything else, almost everything else in your life. You have tools for everything else in your life that you do well.
Right.
When you're exercising, you could do it, but
and with tattooing and art, and and sometimes just being reminded of some of the little things that you can implement can really help to alleviate some of the pressures and anxiety and cycles that we all go through, So, yeah. So
awesome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so stoked.
Well, have fun, and we'll catch up digitally in a couple of days.
Okay, I'm sorry I have to go. My first client starts.
There are plenty of opportunities in the future. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of opportunities in the future.
I sure look forward to it. Thank you. And I wish I could join everybody, but I'll see you this weekend. So, yay.
Awesome. So let's see. Oh, here we go. We've got, Bruno's beaming in, Lauren's beaming in. We're going to switch everybody on. I'm going to refill my tea real quick. Oh, Bart's beaming in. Awesome.
I'm going to pop off.
I'll be useless without a round of tea.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Welcome, everybody.
So
it's
good
very
to see you. I wish I
exciting
could
to
stay.
be. Tomorrow's the day to travel. Heading over to Columbus, Ohio for I think he said it was a 20th anniversary Hell City. And okay.
What up, Gabe?
Hey, and Jesse, you're here. Can you turn your phone sideways?
Yeah, man.
Awesome. And let's see, we're going to start to introduce everybody here a little bit. I'm going to go straight to Loose Screw Tattoo, loosescrewtattoo.com. And if Instagram gets shut down tomorrow, Jesse Smith and his team have nothing to worry about because he owns his own motherfucking channels. Jesse, how are you?
Good, man. Hey, is anybody else on here, or is just you and me?
No, we got other people.
I'm here.
Oh, I can't see everybody.
Yeah, you control who you see. You have to swipe left or right.
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. All right. There's Nick and there's Bart.
Hey, what's up?
Let me stop the share here, and then we'll boom. We got a whole crew. Well, welcome everybody.
Jenny's supposed to get on here.
Sorry, Bart, can you turn your phone sideways?
Let me see what I can figure out real quick, man. You know me, the non-technological person out of everybody here, probably.
It's all good, but you can turn your phone sideways. That's not even technical. Hey, Jen, can you turn your phone sideways?
Hey, Bruno.
Hey, what's up? Jesse,
Good to
how's
see
it
you.
going? Nick,
Good.
Bart,
Hello.
Lauren, Jen, Gabe, what's up, guys?
What's up, Bruno?
How's it
Oh
going?
man, there's more people in here. Holy mackerel.
And you know, everyone is going to be at Hill City. So I do have, sorry, Jen, could you turn your phone sideways? Yes, perfect. When you do that, then the camera gets really big for everybody. And then if you are on your phone, you decide what you're looking at. So if you want to see everybody, you might have to swipe to the left or to the right.
Oh, there it is.
All right, hey guys.
Hey, Bart. Okay, so let's
Hey,
do a
Bart.
little
Hey,
bit of
Lauren.
a introductions. We'll run around the circle, and then we'll chat up just, you know, who you are and what you're planning on doing at Hill City, and then we'll ask questions about what you're planning to do after introductions. Why don't we start with
Nice.
Jesse?
Hey, Renee Littlegate came in here. My name is Jesse
nice.
Smith, and I own Loose Screw Tattoo, and I'm going to be going up there with Nick, Jason, and Jen. And yeah, we're downloading our fire apps so that we can post a bunch of pictures with fire coming out of our orifices.
There's fire apps. What's a fire app? I don't want to know. Never mind. Yeah. But so yeah, so this is a Loose Screw Tattoo. This is your studio, and people should definitely check out some of the previous interviews. There's a couple about art, about travel, some businessy ones, and yeah. If you get a chance, if you're looking for an amazing spot to land as a guest artist or a resident, fucking Loose Screw, Richmond, Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, come through. We're hiring for all positions. We need graphic designers. We need shop help. We need a bunch of stuff. We need tattoo artists. So our shop's expanding. So if anyone out there wants a job working at Loose Screw, hit us up.
Awesome. Let's see who else we have. We have Jen. You're up here. Oh wait, you know what? I need to turn myself off of the. I'm featured myself here. Sorry. I just realized I'm doing tech at the same time as I'm doing other things. Okay, here we go. Hey, Renee, how goes it?
Hey,
don't
how's
answer
it
that
going,
question.
everybody?
We're talking to Jen.
Hello.
Okay, so here we go. We got Jen, black and gray. This is fun. So now you've recently started tattooing professionally 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Jen, is your phone working? Uh-oh. Well, this is Jen's work right now that I'm showing off. Oh,
My license about 3 years ago, so I've been.
She's rugged on this side.
yeah, the internet's going. Jesse, you want to talk a little bit about Jen's how you got it?
Yeah, so-
like she's
Jen was my apprentice. I think she's been tattooing for like 2 or 3 years. Do you know how long, Nick? Probably like 3 years.
I think about 3, right?
Yeah, so about 3 years. And she's been working at Loose Screw, I think, for 7 years now. So she's been here for a while. And yeah, black and gray realism is her thing. So if anybody wants some black and gray realism, I think she's got a few appointments available at Hill City. She's gonna have some designs, pre-drawn designs as well.
awesome. And then let's see, you also have Nick is coming, and he's here on the line. It was awesome to catch up with Nick at the Red Tree event previously. It was
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hey, everybody, I'm Nick Mitchell. I'm with Loose Screw Tattoo. And yeah, just looking forward to a fun weekend, man. It's been 3 years in the making. A little bit of a wait. Excited.
nice. And you're tattooing? Are you? Do you have appointments available? Or?
No, I'm booked up all weekend. Yeah, I'll be tattooing. So got a couple fun caricatures lined up and some new school stuff, of course.
Awesome. What do you remember the subject matters? Or
one of the caricatures is an Alice in Wonderland back piece that I'll be working on. Another one's Old Dirty Bastard. And then I have a couple of like smaller things on Friday, which is like a touch up, and then just finishing up a previous zombie caricature that I started at the last Hell City in Arizona.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the. I think I might be able to make it out to the Hill City, Arizona, if I don't catch COVID 3 times before then. Okay, who else we have? Oh, Bart. This is
How's it going?
I'm wicked excited to catch up. It's been forever. You want to let everybody know where you're coming in from and a little bit about your studio?
Yeah, I co-own Unified Tattoo Company down here with my wife Pepper, coming in from Florida, and just looking forward to it. A few years of going out there in the past, I've never actually tattooed Hell City, so pretty excited about that. As always, every time something comes up, something's happening here or there, stops it from happening. So, and good to put a face with Nick. We just ran across a mutual client here recently and stuff. One of my buddies and stuff that I had done some work on, and he butted up with it. It was really sick little character he done, man. It was dope. So I'm excited with Nick and stuff. So good to catch up with them. And I haven't seen Jesse. I think you might have met a long time ago at one of the Richmond shows way back in the day. So
Oh, nice.
it's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Back
Good
before.
to see you again.
And you ran a convention too,
Definitely.
right? So that's there's a couple of convention vets.
Yeah, I've hosted several. Back in North Carolina, I used to host the Cape Fear Tattoo and Arts Expo. And then down here, I had teamed up with everybody over at Inksmith, and me and Pepper had got them to join us for a couple of years, and we've done the Imperial Tattoo and Art Festival down here, and decided to, it was just too much on our plate with everything we have going on, having little kids and starting all over again with that, and having two little ones and trying to host a show, and everything was, it was a wonderful experience, but a very draining one at the same time. So I hung up the convention hat and no more of that. I just focused on everything at the studio. Got a full art gallery at the studio. Been working on organizing different art shows and stuff for that. I've got one coming up in July to focus on a tribute to the floating world, all Japanese stuff. And got a few decent artists that have been submitting stuff for that. So I'm excited about that and moving forward with other things. So
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely loved the show that you put on that I went to, and it's definitely a testament when people are like, I'll just hit it next year.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might not be, and again, it's only because life happens. And to your point, you can do everything right. It's awesome, but how many fucking things do you need on your plate?
That many things on my fucking plate. I mean, hell, I'm tired. I just want to focus on tattooing and being dad and husband, and in the shop with everything everybody's got going on. There's enough on their plates for other people like Derb and everybody that wants to keep doing this part of it. Very thankful for it, because I respect it. The people that don't have for a tattoo convention, not being on this side of it and that side of it, and seeing everything that goes into it and stuff. And it's a lot. You're always walking around, people coming up to you. What about this? What about, why didn't you do this? Why? You know what? You do everything you can in that sense, because you do the best you can to put on a good show for everybody. And that's it. At the end of the day, that's all you can do.
That's why people should be flying you, Jesse, and I around, because we are a fantastic tattoo convention talent. We'll definitely not be a headache for you.
Yeah.
So let's see, Lauren, you're part of Raw Pigments and Reinventing. Why don't you let us know a little bit about what you've got going on this weekend?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? So we're going to be, we're going to be going down there for Raw Pigments. I'm excited because we have several artists in our booth, so that'll be interesting if you guys want to see us. Not sure our booth number yet, but besides that,
am I sharing the screen? Oh, I am. Sorry.
So yeah, the Reinventing the Tattoo tour booth will be over there. So guys, artists predominantly I prefer. So we're going to take photos and video footage of your tattoos, and we'll have you hooked up to a mic if you want to talk about it for any reason. So if you find one of us, we'll have a Google form to sign up so we can get your information. And then in that Reinventing room, we'll have everything set up. We did this once before at Red Tree and it was a lot of fun. So yeah.
Oh, it was amazing getting Bob's tattoo collection all squared away. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, we got Bob, Derb. It would be cool to talk through some combinations. So if you have gotten tattooed by another artist that's at Hell City, it's kind of a cool conversation starter for sure. So we'll have some, set little schedule that we announce that will be over there, so you can pop on by anytime.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, let's see, Bruno, you're up next here. Share the screen, Bruno. Oh,
Good afternoon, everyone.
There we go.
Hey, my name is Bruno Salvatierra. and I'm here in Miami, Florida. Tattoo from Prismus Art Studios, and my Instagram is Prismus_art. And yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited about Hell City. This is my first time over there, and I'm also excited to tattoo alongside Bart on the Reinventing the Tattoo booth. That's going to be awesome, and can't wait. Yeah, I'm available. I have a couple days where I'm still available, just in case anybody's interested. You can hit me up on Instagram.
Cool. And then you were also hosting the Spanish art jams for a bit. So there's probably like was it like a half a dozen, maybe even up to a dozen?
Yeah,
art
we
jams?
did. We did a good chunk there. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Hablemos de Arte. You can still find them on Reinventing Tattoo's YouTube. And there's, I believe actually there were 9 episodes of Hablemos de Arte. And yeah, there's some great talks with some really talented
I
artists.
fucking nailed it. It was like right in between 6 and 12.
Yeah, you were right in the middle there. That was it.
So it's fun to see. It'll be fun to see you again. I think that we got to hang out. What was it, in Rockford, Illinois? Was that the last time?
Yeah. And I saw you. No, I actually saw you for the BYOB.
Oh, right.
Awesome. Yeah. By the way, that was, man, what a great experience.
Speaking of catching up at the BYOB, Renee, we've got your website lined up here next.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Hey.
How's it going? Yeah. I'm a little awkward this morning. I'm packing right now for Hell City, of course, which I'm so stoked. It has been a long time waiting. It'd be my first year, and then COVID hit. And so I was like, oh, yay. Okay, I guess I'll wait. So I'm really excited that I get to attend this year. But I'm coming out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'm working about 3 clients this weekend. So I'll have maybe a little availability. I left on Sunday. If there's any like fun little jammers anyone wants to do. I've been doing conventions for a while, so I still kind of like that aspect of it. And I'm going to have some flash with me of little bugs and creatures that I'll probably like to do that will probably take me like 30 minutes to an hour. But I'll be working on some back pieces that I started at the last Reinventing the Tattoo event at Derb Shop Red Tree. So I'll get to work on her. That's Amanda. And then I'll be able to work on another back piece of a girl that's coming from Oklahoma as well. So that's her right there. That she just scrolled past it. She's an alternative model. So I've done her whole back, and we're going to add to it.
Where did I? This.
Oh yeah, that one with the Shibori.
Voila.
Yeah, that one. We're gonna be bringing it down to her butt. So that's pretty, butt to the back of her knee. So that'll be really fun. I'll be doing this big chameleon thing on her. I'll be also selling all my plein air prints. I'm printing them out right now. Like my apprentice just keeps knocking on my door, like, is this okay? So I'll have a lot of prints to show off, and t-shirts and stickers and stuff like that. I can't wait. I'm like so excited.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My next question is, does anybody have a hard out?
Hard out?
Like, so should I be asking somebody to answer some questions first so that they can boogie out, or is everybody kind of chill for half hour?
I'm good.
Okay. Maybe we could talk a little bit about our first experiences with Hell City, and/or, what attracts us to Hell City, right? So, for me, the fact that Derb is, it's like he's like this perfect mix of like OCD, like genuine kindness he likes to share, too, and he's like 6'4", so no one really fucks with him, right? But that means like you can walk into a room, he's like squaring off all of the stuff, he's making sure that it's neat, he's like looking at you while he's picking up the trash and throwing it out. So, he's not like, yo, you're supposed to throw out the trash when you see it here. He's just doing it, and he's making sure that he's engaged with you. Anyways, point is, I love Derb. I love his OCD nature, and wherever you look at Hell City, it's intentional. And so I guess somebody jump on in. We'll do this Lord of the Rings style a little bit. No, Lord of the, what's the book? Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies. Am I piggy? Don't kill me. since I was last chatting, I'll just continue, I guess.
You
Like,
can't talk, man. You don't have the conch.
yeah. The what?
Lord of the Flies, they had to have the conch to talk.
Oh, that's right. Do you have
Okay,
one,
Jesse. Okay, Jesse, you've got the
Come on,
conch. You have to let us know. Move it around.
Kitty deserves a chance to talk.
Yeah. Nah,
Poor
man. I
Kitty.
mean, ever since I've been tattooing, Hell City's been the convention that everybody always wants to work. I mean, was it coming up on 20 years, or is this the 20th year that it's been thrown?
This is the 20th year, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I
Fawn?
mean, 20 years.
Yeah.
As I remember, it was Richmond Convention was one that everyone wanted to get into, and then Hell City was one of the like more contemporary ones where they were really pushing the envelope, you know, doing live painting. Yeah, it's always been the show, and the quality has never seemed to what's the word I'm looking for? Stammer? Is that the right word, Renee? You have a
No,
good vocabulary.
I will let it happen. It is now.
What's the word? What's the word? The quality is
The quality has never faltered.
falter.
Never faltered. Yeah, faltered.
Never faltered. Yeah. I mean, it just seems like 20 years of keeping that quality is pretty crazy. I mean, you know, I'm sure as Bart can attest to, and of course you as well, Gabe. I mean, holding up a for just one difficult thing, doing it for 20 years and then keeping that quality high is pretty impressive.
You know,
Yeah.
and there's two venues, right? So it's not like he's moving it around. I could do 20 years if we're moving it every 3 years, but like Columbus, Ohio, but it's so strong. Like I bet is, you know, people know those shows from there, you know, Columbus and Arizona. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, to do that and for 20 years is just, it's impeccable. You know, there's no other way to say it, because there's always something evolving, changing, and to be on top of it and keep it going on top of what you got going on. That's a lot to deal with. And, you know, I'm extremely excited to finally actually tattoo there after all the years of trying to make it, not making it. And, you know, like I said, I'm going and gotten tattooed there. I got tattooed by Josh Carlton, like many years ago there. And I was just overwhelmed when I went, and I just went to just seminars and then see everything going on. And I was like, holy shit, this is a tattoo convention, you know, I mean, after going to some of the other ones. So it was like, it was great. And I'm really excited to be a part of it, see it. So really, you know, it's like I got one tattoo booked for Saturday and I got some other spots open, and I'm like, do I even want a tattoo while I'm there? Do I just so,
I definitely, I mean, obviously I've never tattooed at anybody's show. I don't tattoo at all, but for me, so from my perspective, it's always an easy no brainer. I'm like, I watch everybody tattoo, but like, I'm always hanging out with the people that aren't.
Yeah.
Fawn, we have Fawn actually from the Hell City crew. Could you turn your phone
Yay,
sideways?
Fawn!
Perfect. Awesome. Let me fire up your.
Fawn!
What's up? How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Your hair looks cool. It's long.
Getting crazy right now.
Yeah,
It's fun.
goofy. It's awesome. Oh, I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited to see you. I'm so excited to see you.
Fawn,
When's
let us know what you're about and what your connection is to Hell City, and I'll show off some of your stuff here.
Well, I just put a post up earlier today. If you click on my recent post, I've got a picture of me getting tattooed at the previous Hell City, and then also a picture of me working. This time I'll just be doing like tech stuff. I'll be probably up on stage or near the stage a lot, and I'm going to be trying to live stream as many of the competitions as I can. So
Awesome.
my on our tattoo collecting 101 page, I'm gonna live stream there, and maybe if we can work it out, I can live stream to or at least record so we can share a lot of the footage I get later on for our different shows.
Tattoo collecting 101. I don't want to muff this in the middle of it. What's the
Yep, that's the one.
perfect. Yay. So this is a podcast that you work on. So you've been doing this for a year and a half, every week religiously. Like seriously, you're like the Joe Rogan of the tattoo collecting. You're like smoking weed and fucking drinking booze. Well, no, it's not like that. But you've been doing like 2 hours for every week for over a year.
Yeah, yep. We try to keep it under 3 hours, but we've got a lot of footage, and I think after Health City, and then our friend Chris's show in Indy is coming up next month. So I'm going to be experimenting a lot with the kind of material that I'm sharing from the show, and hopefully like turn into the platform of how I share stuff all the time. The guy without the beard is Chris.
Awesome. Fun. And what was your first, well, the question is, it's an either or question. What's your first interaction, with Hell City, and or why were you attracted, or are you attracted to Hell City?
Oh man. So before I was even affiliated with the Hell City team, my draw for Hell City is it was the most educational convention that I could find. I was a young tattooer. The first time I went to Hell City, I think I had only been tattooing for a year, maybe 2 years. So I was really new to it. And the Motor City Expo and Hell City were like my introduction to tattooing. And then from there, I attended some of the Paradise events. So Hell City is just kind of like the home for me as far as tattoo conventions go. So as I've grown in the tattoo community and I've become affiliated with Derb, and I've become part of the Red Tree team and the Hell City team, it's kind of special that early on in my career, that was my biggest source for new tricks, so now it's really cool to basically have a backstage pass to every show, and I kind of volunteer myself to be the person, if it needs done, I'll do it. If you need me to run and get coffee, I'll go get coffee. If you need me to pull heavy stuff around and drop stuff off at every booth, whatever you need, I'll do it, because it's just such a special thing. I've gotten so much from Hell City over the years that anything I can do to give back to it is pretty special.
Awesome. Yeah. When I realized at one point when I was doing one of the shows, I was back to getting coffee. I was like, oh my God, I've made it as a convention promoter. I'm strolling around getting people fucking coffee. It was amazing. Okay, so who's next to talk about how they found out about Hell City and why it's cool?
Here, I'll go.
The conch is yours, Nick.
All right. Yeah. I just remember back in the day, I just kept seeing advertisements for it, social media and websites. It's just, they had this presence online. And I remember it was extremely well themed. It had a look to it. I had a feel to it. And it took me a couple of years before I was able to get in. I used to own and operate a company called Zombie Caricatures. So I was drawing people as exaggerated zombies. So I got into the convention doing that. And I remember just the first time being there, it's just, it's an invite only show. So the art level there is just phenomenal. You can go to every single booth and just be blown away by what they're tattooing. And I just was hooked, it quickly became one of my favorite conventions to go to every single year. And, then I was able to apprentice and start tattooing myself, and then just being able to tattoo at one as well, which was the last Arizona one was the first one I tattooed at one. And it was just, I don't know, it's just great. I just love the show, everything about it.
Yeah, it's fun. I have a clip of the Arizona show from, I don't know, must be over 10 years ago. The Tattoo Wars, a show of hand. Who's seen the Tattoo Wars with Guy and Aaron Kane?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna close out the show with a video of it, especially if we remember. But it was fun. I remember this was one of my favorite memories. I always walk around first thing in the morning, right? So if there's anybody that does yoga at 6 o'clock in the morning at Hell City, I'll usually be walking by you. I don't do it. But point is, this one year, all of a sudden, there's Guy and Aaron Kane and the film crews walking around, and it might not have been 6 o'clock, but it was 7:30, 8 o'clock. It was, it was early for those guys, but it was fun. Anyways, I've got that video, the Tattoo Wars, fired up, and it's fun. It was the one good. There's plenty of good tattoo TV shows. Sorry, Jesse. There's plenty of awesome tattoo TV shows. I loved Tattoo Wars. I felt that it was a very great representation of the tattoo world for TV. I mean, given the caveat that it was on TV, I'm not fucking putting my weight behind Tattoo Wars or anything. But if you could find it, you should watch it. Okay, I'm done.
Needed more drama, more drama.
Last thing we all do.
Master.
I'll go. My first Hell City was Phoenix in 2013. And I think kind of moreover to what Nick was saying, it's interesting because Hell City is so immersive and it utilizes so many of your senses that aren't normally like hit. So it becomes such like almost like a place that you go that's almost another world, that there's something to do. It's just, you're immersed in that weekend. It was so much different than any other event I'd ever gone to. So a lot of respect for it for sure. But Phoenix was the first one. Me being from the Midwest, I really like that this is kind of like a star event of the Midwest. It's in Columbus, Ohio, really like art central location. So I really like how that's really special for us here for 20 years, which is long standing the best event, and really set the precedence, which I think is super unique. But yeah.
Agreed wholeheartedly. Renee.
I went to the Hell City, Arizona right before COVID. That was my first time. And I had somehow gotten in through a friend that was like, dude, this is a painting event and we don't know why you're not there. But I've always, kind of been on the more like, all the other conventions I've ever done were like Florida conventions or Villain Arts conventions, or a little bit more like, I knew like the rowdier side, I knew like more hard hitting side. And I didn't know that there were so many other fine artists in my community. So Hell City or even Arizona, and just seeing everyone, like people done with their tattoos and then popping up like, easels and like doing a little painting. I was like, oh yeah, it's awesome. So it is definitely a different convention in that way, that you have a lot of different types of tattooers, and it definitely explores more of the arts and I mean, just the entertainment and everything like that. It's just very, I don't know, it's just very different. And I like where it leans. And Derb is amazing. I don't know how he keeps it together and how he keeps it growing, but I remember the first time I actually spoke to him on more of a casual level was in a pool, and we were talking about Frank Lloyd Wright, and we just got off on a tangent, smoking a blunt, talking about Frank Lloyd Wright and architecture and how beautiful the Biltmore is. And I thought that was very nice of him because, I mean, not only I was like, oh, cool, he's a multitasker and he's intelligent and he's on top of his game, which is awesome, So as an artist flying in, providing like myself with like room and, gear and all that, I really like knowing that all my money is going towards a promoter that actually cares about art and their artist that is attending. So I can't wait for this year. I think with all of us being shut in a little bit, this is going to be really fun. And you guys are really the only guys I get to see. So, hey friends, I'm glad I get to see you coming up like tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
so,
it's amazing.
I know. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Here.
so my friend, yeah. I was like, Prentice, I am off duty today, but I do need you to help me. I have a list.
Nice. Tomorrow, presuming my car makes it. But Bruno.
Oh yeah.
Let's catch up with you. Have you been to the Hell Cities before?
Yeah, no, this is my first one. It's actually a real honor to be a part of it. I've been aware of Hell City for many years, and I always knew it was a special kind of convention because I could tell that they were focusing on more than just doing a convention and making some money. Like they had these art fusion the art fusion is happening, and all these great seminars. I as well, back in the day, I was really looking to grow, and it wasn't really everywhere. You couldn't really find the right information just anywhere. It was very difficult, especially back in the day. And I remember, feeling like, man, in Hell City they have all these seminars, and I gotta make it to that, and just kind of had that vision, well, I can't wait until I can make it to that convention. It seems like a special kind of gathering, really talented artists. So I'm really excited, to be a part of the first time.
Awesome, very fun. And then Jen, last but not least, but have you been there? Have you been there helping before, or what's your experience with Hell City?
I have. I went with Jesse and Lou Screw back into the Columbus one in 2017, just selling t-shirts and doing Instagram videos and stuff. So I was really excited to get the opportunity to actually tattoo at this, considering this is actually, because of COVID and everything, the first tattoo convention I've actually ever tattooed at. So it's definitely a cool one to kick it off with. And, Hell City is like, with helping Jesse with, on the back end of the Richmond show for a few years, it was like, this was kind of one of the shows that we sort of looked at like, okay, we got to be, that's the standard of a good tattoo convention, so it's, it's just awesome to have seen it then and to now be a part of it on the tattoo end. It's, I'm just super excited to be a part of it.
Hell yeah. Is anybody getting tattooed or?
I'm not tattooed this year. I will be capturing as much of it as I can.
Everyone's just working, right? Whew, crazy. And now there's also, okay, so, wow, is anybody, okay, sorry, I get nervous.
Don't be nervous, Gabe.
I don't care if this is live. Fawn, do you have any questions for the panel? Somebody save me.
In.
What was that?
When's everybody in?
When's everybody getting in? So how about this? How about what's everybody's load-in routine, right? And do you have any tips or tricks for tattooers that are going to be, heading over to Hell City?
I'm doing multiple tricks today. I'm making sure that I'm not checking a bag because things have been so crazy with flights. Mm-hmm. So my client that was driving in, I gave her my bed and my little tattoo cart and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't want any mess ups. I'm keeping my machine on my person, on me the entire time. And you're going to a tattoo convention, so why bring certain things that you can buy, like True Tubes? I'm assuming we'll have a giant booth there to selling stuff. So don't pack anything you really don't need to pack. Bring as much art as possible as well. And I make arts in a certain sizes so I can shove them in my backpack. And I also just have a regular mailing tube and that I make into I put duct tape and I make a strap. And so I'm putting my banner and big prints in there as well. So that keeps it real streamlined, and Southwest sees it as not even a purse. So you can bring that with your bags as well.
And you always show up a day early, or? I mean, obviously.
I try to. Yeah, I try to. I've done it before, and it was if your flight is delayed just a little bit, you can miss an appointment. You get there, you're flustered, So I always try to get there a day before, and I like chilling. I like eating lunch and then going and setting up, smoking a little, and then set up, hang out, talk with everybody. So I try to be as calm as possible, and that's how I deal with my nervousness. Is that I just nah, I'm gonna take it easy. It's cool, And there's the art and tree stuff too. So I like to make sure that I can get there and make sure that my art's presented nice. And yeah, I don't like running around. So everyone keep it chill, and then it'll be okay. And Fawn, I'm flying in the AM. I think I don't know if we want to. I'll probably text you or something if you want to meet up, or if I can help out.
Communicate with me if you need a ride, and I'll come swoop you.
Okay. Oh, yay! In the van? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Is anybody else bringing art pieces for the art show?
What's that?
Do you have any people renting tables and stuff like that? I'm trying to fly with as little as possible.
There is a limited number of rental massage tables. Off the top of my head, I don't know how much it costs to rent them, but there's a whole pallet taller than me full of massage tables.
I want to reserve one now. Go ahead and do
They'll
that.
go quick.
Yeah.
They'll go quick.
If you get today, I'm sure you can get no problem.
Yeah. No worries. I was just trying to fly as light as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So a new trick that I figured out recently when we did the Nightmare Tampa Ink the Bay show,
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten a lot of samples of raw from Lauren over the past several months. So I went through, like I looked at the tattoo that I had scheduled. I had one client for 2 days. So it was like, all right, what color palette do I need? And I took literally only those colors. And I took like the little sample bottles that I have, and I had all but just a couple of colors that I needed. And I took them and I like shoved them down into the fingers of my gloves. And then I tied the wrist of my glove shut. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about like, if anything exploded because of pressure, it would still be sealed in that finger. So all of my bottles wouldn't be covered.
Nice.
So actually a really helpful trick. I didn't have any explode, but that seemed like that was really, really helpful. And I just like had peace of mind. Like everybody else, like saran wraps around and around. And then again, the glove really, I had confidence that my inks weren't going to be all ruined from using the gloves. So.
Oh, that's a good idea, Fawn. Like you have like at least 5 in one glove, and then
yeah, I
could,
like if they were like the little 1 ounce bottles,
yeah,
I could put 1 bottle in each finger and like 3 in the palm and then tie it shut.
that's smart. I like that.
Bigger bottles, I could fit a 2 ounce bottle in one of the fingers. So I could put like 3 or 4 of those and then a couple of smaller bottles in and tie them shut. So I had confidence in it. And then I took all of those bottles and tucked them into one of my empty True Grips boxes. So my whole setup, because our machines are so little now, my whole setup was in 2 True Grips boxes. So those were like in with my luggage. So I had 1 bag. And then my backpack had my electronics in it. I wasn't going to check that. So it worked out pretty good.
That's pretty good. I have, Game, I don't know if you can show it. I have this caboodle. This is what I travel with. It says everything that I need. Everything. And you can see that upside down, so that I can always check it.
Can you open that up? Oh,
Ta-da, ta-da,
Just be careful.
ta-da-da-da-da.
Nice.
So I use batteries to run my shit, but I've even Fawn, you're like this. Look at these bamboo biodegradable packaging, paper towels. I even bring little Skittles for my clients if they get sick. But I've got everything. I got machines, batteries, needles, cups. I put like my paper tape in my cups. I have little nipple things. If anyone's doing any topless people, I have like nipple things. Bags, yeah, everything. Goops. I got goops and liquids. What you got? I got it. So this guy, I can like put the bottom of my suitcase on one. So I literally have like one little check-in bag, like roller bag, and like one side is all my tattoo gear, and the other side is compression bags for my clothes. And so the other side is like all my clothes for the weekend. So I just like have one, and I have my backpack, and then I'm good. I'm good to go. And my cool like roller thing.
Got a good question in from one of the comment rooms. I don't know, Jen, did you, when you were helping Jesse, did you run out and get any food? Are there any good food recommendations or Columbus recommendations for people that are coming in out of town? I have no idea.
So we have so much good food in Columbus, and with walking distance of the Hyatt is the Short North, which is chock full of good bars. And then if you go the other way, there is the Arena District, which has like, we've got a Brazilian steakhouse, a Mongolian barbecue. There's a Buca de Beppo. So like if you want like a good sit down restaurant, they're like 2 blocks away. Also, Columbus has Uber Eats and DoorDash, and because everything's so close to campus in the Short North, food delivery will be incredibly easy, and it's pretty fast and reliable around here. So there's going to be a lot of really good food very close. Also, there's decent food. I think it's good, but there's good food at the bar. Like the bar is going to be all Hell City themed, and you'll be able to order food there as well. But Columbus has great food. So if that's something you're about, there's really good food close by.
And what's the is the Short North, is that where like the big building with the farmers market type stalls are?
That is North Market. That's actually
that's North Market. Okay.
Take people that aren't from Columbus.
Got it.
Old Market, and when you walk in, like when you walk in one set of doors, it's just restaurants, but when you walk in the other, there's like this like supermarket with like fresh flowers, and then across from there is spices. But as you walk around, you get to see all these little, they're permanent, but they're kind of set up like pop-up restaurants all the way through the whole market. And there's a Polish place, there is everything.
There's a craft beer place.
There's a craft beer wine place. There's a Vietnamese place. There's a ramen place. My favorite taco place has a shop there called Bonos. Highly recommend. There is a bakery. So North Market is like a block and a half. Like you cross the road 2 times to get there. It's really close to the Hyatt, and it's great to walk to and just kind of like stretch out and like walk around and figure out what just smells good, you know. But like most cultural food that you can imagine is going to be in that building, some form of it, whether it's street food. One of the places has been on Dine-In's, Dine-In's drives and dashes.
Dives. Oh, I watched that every meal, or not every meal, every meal that we watch when that's on the time frame on the Food Channel.
Yeah. Yep. So North Market, thanks for reminding me. I always recommend that place.
You know, it's when I'm walking around at 7 a.m, you know, I'm like, oh, look, someplace that's open. People are doing stuff. You know, the diners drives at like all the Food Network channels. Every once in a while, you know, maybe for the Tattoo Collecting podcast, I'm always thinking like, well, there's somebody who should hop on. I mean, half the time I'm like, oh, those are kind of rough. But the other half, it's like, oh, we should be, you know, getting the Food Network tattoo collectors on.
I think we're on our way to having enough of a following that I can probably start reaching out to those people and not get laughed at. Like, I think we're pretty close to getting some people of that caliber on our show. We've got so much content and we've had so many cool people already.
Yep. I mean, all it takes is a sizzler reel more so than, you know, 1 million people, because, you know, they're all at your point, they're all the right people.
Yep.
So is anybody, who has appointments open for Hill City? And then we'll go around and talk about some of the perfect clients that you might want to attract, and then close it up. Is everybody here on the line still? Okay, so Bart, what's your ideal tattoo shop client? No, sorry, tattoo convention client.
Oh man. For me, I like as little pre-prep as possible for design. You know, I like just being full creative control of the tattoo when I'm there. You know, because, you know, all the travel, everything else goes into it. You know, I'm coming here, you're coming, you want to get a tattoo, you want to collect something, you know, or art, you know, so I don't want to worry about stuff that would happen at shop where the clients want to drive the bus all the time. I sit down with some Sharpies and I start drawing and come up with it, and I go from there, you know.
Awesome.
My client Saturday, I'm adding on to a piece I've already finishing a little bit of a piece I started. He's flying up from Miami, and then I'm going to be doing a neo Japanese, you know, neo food dog or shishi on the inside of his calf to the ankle, and you know, he's like, "You're just going to Sharpie it on like always," and I'm like, "Yep." You know, that's it. And he's coming in, sitting down. He goes, well, that's what I want to add to finishing up the Hanya, and then go with that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that, for me, that's kind of the perfect client. You know, you see something you want, just let me run with it. You
awesome.
know?
And you'll just draw it right on in Sharpies. Perfect.
Yeah, sure.
Are we back? We were robots.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're all back. That was weird.
One of that I think is really important for any tattoo session, but especially at a convention, because we've got travel, we've got extra people, we've got all the additional stress and things that like we can't control. One of the things that I think is most important for a collector is to take care of your body ahead of time. Like, make sure you've taken your vitamins, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you're ready for the day and you're ready for the heal. And like I said, that's important before any tattoo session. But I feel like anytime I'm traveling, like, I just feel like I'm a little bit more tired, and I feel like there's a little bit more of a drain on my body. So like, take care of yourself, treat your body like you love it. Don't go drinking the night before. Don't get drunk and like poison your body on the flight. Like, treat your body good so that when you get to the convention, you're feeling 100%. And then you can sit through and get the most out of the experience and you can get the most progress. So don't party because you're in a new town, basically. Like, be good to your body before your appointment. Party after, celebrate after, but not before.
That's
Take it
great.
from us, no matter how it seems natural to be drinking the night before you drive for 12 hours, it's not.
I've actually, yeah, I've had a client before, Fawn, that like got to the event a day early, you know, and they met up with an old college friend. They got tanked and they sat like terribly. And I'm like, I can't believe, I think they had like the whole day booked out. And I was just like, why? This is the whole reason why you came here. So that's definitely some good advice.
Take your vitamins for your session.
Take your vitamins.
But especially when you're traveling in.
Yes.
Jesse, did you say that you were tattooing all 3 days, or do you have any openings? Or
Yeah, I booked a guy for, I guess I'm just going to start a back piece and work on them all 3 days.
okay, well, there you go.
Plan.
Nice.
How many people did you turn away to take the one
I'm
dude?
excited. You know, he was the first one that, I mean, I just promoted, like, I think I told you, I just promoted like 3 days ago. And then he hit me up immediately and I just booked him in. So worked out pretty good.
Awesome. You know, every once in a while, there's something like that happens naturally. And I'm like, it's amazing that happens, but it's not really all that good to encourage it.
I know. I usually try to put something out about a month and a half prior to a convention, but I've just been so underwater lately. It's been difficult to stay on top of all that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will be having
Go for
getting
it.
my conch back, Renee.
I can't see when you're gonna start.
I will be having some NFTs for sale, so I'm bringing some digitally framed NFTs, so I'm pretty excited about that. You can like
Those look
scan
awesome.
the QR code and it goes straight to your NFT.
Awesome. And then you could help people figure that out too, right? While you're there, although I guess you'll be tattooing, but like we walked through the steps and it took about 20 minutes maybe to set it up.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to have more conversations about it. When we were over at the Red Tree thing, it was all we talked about, and it's just fun to be able to talk to people and kind of give them a different perspective, because I think most people, you know, seem to have either they don't know anything about it or they have bad thoughts about it. One of the two.
Yeah. Adrian Dominic is beaming in from Australia to showcase people or it's like a Flash NFT project in the metaverse. And, you know, he's been working with some AR, VR, you know, artist type of programmer techies to create kind of like an open sourced VR world, right? So like all the Oculus and all that, they're all, you know, tied to Facebook, or everybody's proprietary. Anyway, point is, from 6 to 8, he'll be beaming in from Australia, and people can like check it out on their phones, and or I think he's giving out a free NFT, so people can kind of try that out too.
Have you noticed, Gabe? I'm sure you have. Like throughout the 25 some odd years that you've been involved in the tattoo world, you know, you notice people like Adrian and Nick Baxter, you know, are always on the cusp of the new stuff, you know, and they're always like, you know, they're always staying on top of everything. It's like as soon as you told me Dominic was involved with that, I was like, of course he is, you know. And Nick Baxter is another one. Like, you know, aside from some environmental concerns, I could totally see where Nick Baxter would be involved in that.
You know, especially with the taking away of anybody else that's unnecessary for agreements, right? Like that, like get rid of all of that superfluous bullshit. And it's just like, I make an agreement with you. We have a code that says so, you know, and again, it's really difficult for a lot of people to figure that part out. But yeah, to your point, like Nick and Adrian, it is amazing. You know, I mean, they didn't get there to begin with for no reason. Same with, you know, everybody here, you know, it's, you know, when I can't tell you how many times I hear people like, most tattooers don't know, or most tattooers don't care, or that's not going to work. Most tattooers don't even understand the fucking words that are coming out of your mouth. And I'm like, but that's okay, because I'm not looking to work with most tattooers, and neither is Nick. Neither, you know, everyone here is looking for, well, maybe, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but point is, I know that like Nick in particular, it's like the people that get them really get them. And, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure Jen and Nick from my shop their heads are about to explode right now because they're tired of me talking about it.
Nice. Actually, well, real quick. So speaking of, I'm almost gonna play this video. It's like a 5-minute, 6-minute video. But Nick or Jen, do you have openings? I know that might be repeating myself, but that's because I have a short-term memory from smoking so much weed. I just don't remember. Do you guys have openings?
No, I'm booked all weekend.
You're all booked up. Okay, Jen, how can people get? What kind of tattoos do you want to do, and what's the best process for people?
Well, I've got a tattoo book for Friday, but the other 2 days I'm just gonna have my book out with everything I want to do: portraits, little bangers. Like got a little bit of everything in there. So hopefully people will just walk up and want to get something cool.
Awesome. What kind of subject matters are in these designs?
I have a lot of, mostly like little girly things, hearts and flowers and bugs and stuff like that. But
Awesome.
a little bit of everything.
Cool. So if somebody's looking for, like you were saying, little, couple $100 tattoos, they don't have to be worried about trying to, book half sleeves or being embarrassed or whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
I have some availability as well on Saturday and Sunday, in case someone is interested. I was hoping to maybe have Friday to discuss a little bit about the potential design and have a little time to work on it. And yeah, so Saturday and Sunday are still available.
And what type? I mean, obviously, we could get an idea of the type of work that you do. What makes for the best client? Now, do you have pre-drawn designs, or are you just going to show? I mean, one of the things I love about tattooing the process is, Bart's like, just show up and tell me what you want, and I'm going to Sharpie it on, right? Where other people might have designs specifically to pick from. What's your preferred process for tattoo convention clients?
I haven't done a lot of tattoo conventions, so I don't really have like a process that I follow. But my intention in this occasion was to just sit down and have a conversation about what I kind of inclined towards wanting to do, and it's mainly like a sort of, because I'm thinking about the time that I'll have to work and to finish. So I'm thinking I like to sometimes do like a sort of ripped skin, kind of bioorganic looking ripped skin, and then maybe putting something inside, kind of cosmic, mixed with maybe a little floral, some like lit orbs, kind of, cosmic psychedelic type situation, like inside that ripped skin. So that's something that I would feel really comfortable sketching out in front of the client real quick on my iPad and just kind of taking it from there.
Awesome. And then I think Lauren, I think we've got everybody for this last question. Lauren, what are you up to? Oh, Jesus. What's the perfect client for you at a tattoo convention? Obviously, it's a tattoo artist.
Well, if in running the booth, I think one of the things from like my perspective in the vending and such like that, or photography, is a client that doesn't bring their boyfriend and children or anything like that. A clean client with not a lot of bags who can sit there and not, have their drinks and their food in there. That's kind of nice. But in our booth, I think a lot of the guys are bringing clients in and have like either 3-day pieces. And I think that's been a lot of fun because you kind of get to know that person in different ways, whether or not it's a collector. So some of my favorite events that we've done with Raw over the last year, we've brought one single client to several shows. So you can kind of see the progression of his body. He started out with one small tattoo and now he's got his entire arm and leg done. So that's pretty cool. Someone who's really dedicated to representing your artwork, to talking to people if they ask, to showing their work if someone asked, and not being kind of really timid or stuck in the booth. But a great thing for the artist is to have someone who's friendly and takes care of their work for sure.
Awesome. Cool. I almost thought about, I don't know why, I'm like, we didn't talk about contests at all. And actually Hill City is one of the few places that actually has pretty good contests. And I remember this because I've made, for 20 years, I've been like, I don't care about contests. Half of them are rigged, they suck, which makes me a great judge because I'm very impartial and whatnot. But then the first year that somebody that I was affiliated with didn't win, tattoo of the day, one of the 3 days at Hill City, I was like, wait a minute, I need to get a booth at Hill City again. We need to get some people in the, not that I care, I don't, and I get a competition just silly. But anyways, Hell City is one of the places that has an awesome competition. So if you have great tattoos, it's one of the places where you can be rest assured that you will actually be judged fairly by both good judges. And then Derb also has the software set up to do it and whatnot. But anyways, I guess unless anybody has anything to add or wants to make sure that people know about for the Hell City, I'm going to, we could say adios or goodbye, and then I'm going to play this Tattoo Wars video that's from, Hell City Phoenix. And like I said, it's like 6 minutes, but it's a piece of classic TV. So, but now's the time to either dip out or to say goodbye before we play the video.
All right, guys. See you later.
Weekend.
See you tomorrow.
Great seeing you guys. See ya.
Bye,
See you
guys.
guys tomorrow.
See you all at Hell
Enjoy
City,
the
Holy
day.
Moses.
See you, Hell City.
All right. Bye.
Home of the Hell City Tattoo Convention and meeting place for the final phase of the most ambitious tattoo war yet. After 4 sessions, Saber's outer arms are complete. Today, Guy Aitchison and Kane will simultaneously tattoo his inner forearms to complete their sleeves. The masters arrive for this highly anticipated meeting.
Guy Aitchison and Kane are at an incredibly high level. They've revolutionized tattooing.
They're the top guys going on right now.
They are the forerunners in tattooing. Everybody in this room, as a tattooist, has strived to be those 2 guys.
Guy and Aaron aren't the only ones making a mark on this tattoo war.
I'm about to do a piece on the banner, do a little something kind of quick but nice, just to add a little flavor to like what's going on. Plus it adds a combination of all of our art together on one surface, so that should be cool.
With the banner complete, Saber settles in for his final session.
All I can say is Saber is one lucky guy, because that's a 1 in a million chance right there to get 2 sleeves from the 2 masters.
We're getting ready to start drawing the designs on to his forearms here.
We're first going to start by just doing a couple reference lines. We want to get a couple key points, just making sure that they're going to match from arm to arm.
Then he's going to separate his 2 arms and we're going to complete our drawings. Saber's doing great. He's taking a real beating and he's still, raring to go. You're just thinking, speak for yourself, dude.
I'm great. My hand was huge yesterday, but I kept it up all night, put some ice on it. This will be the 5th and 6th time I'm getting tattooed, all in one.
Should be an intense day, but a fun one.
Hey, Aaron, see you later.
See you later.
The concept behind the forearm tattoo? A biomechanical spin on an anatomically correct human heart.
What we've got here is kind of an anatomical human heart. I'm taking a little bit different approach to it than Aaron. My side is probably going to end up more organic. His side's probably going to end up a little bit more mechanical.
So the 2, when they come together, make a complete heart. But they will also stand alone really well.
The exciting part is they're going to be pretty different, and at one point we're going to be done and he's going to bring them together. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
The forearm drawings are complete. Stagehand Jay checks the alignment, just out of the artist's view.
Dying of curiosity.
The sides are properly aligned. Now, the clock begins.
2, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Guy and Aaron will have 4 hours to complete their respective tattoos. The audience enjoys this rare opportunity to watch 2 industry icons.
I've looked up the guy. He's been a role model for the entire industry. He's reinvented tattooing for our generation, definitely. He brought a whole different look, texture, application.
Guy's more of an eccentric artist, I think. Like, he's very into like the minute details.
Aaron Kane is on the exact same level. He's definitely revolutionized tattooing.
When I saw Aaron's work, I was just enthralled. It just has that feel of like permanent jewelry.
Aaron is more almost an old school artist in his like application of the tattoo. It's very bold, it's very readable.
It's going to be really exciting to see what they pull off. The screen is off limits. I'm not touching it. But yeah, I'm dying to see what Aaron's doing.
Saber is a rock. He has been the whole time.
Both sides are shaping up amazingly. I'm really stoked on the contrast of the styles, but the fact that they match, I mean, really cool.
See that? See what's happening there?
We're down to the wire, just the last few minutes here. I think we've got about 90 seconds, so I better not waste them talking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I feel great. I feel like I did a 6-hour tattoo in 4 hours.
For the first time, Guy and Aaron bring the two sides together. A perfect match. But it's up to the audience to decide which tattoo will prevail. The hyper-dimensional luminosity of Guy Aitchison's sleeve, or the bold graphic style of Aaron Kane's sleeve.
Very nice work, both of them. Seemed a little bit more definition in Aaron's work.
I can't really say who I'm going to vote for.
Not too sure yet. I'm still trying to decide. I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
Leaning more towards Aaron Kane. You know, his stuff's more bold.
I really don't know how you could possibly choose between the two.
Tough call, but I'm kind of partial to Guy.
Aaron Kane, baby.
I'd say Aitchison.
Aaron Kane.
Aaron Kane.
Guy Aitchison.
To announce the victor, Hugh the Chopper King.
All right.
And the winner of the Tattoo Wars is...
Ha! You'll just have to watch to find out who. Did I time that perfectly?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay. Well, Nick, thanks again for hopping on, and
Yeah, man.
we'll catch up. Holy shit! Well, tomorrow afternoon or Friday.